Hello everyone. I wanted to come to you today just to shoot a quick video to show you a little bit about what's going on in the garden here in December. Yes, it's December here, 8th today, and we're in zone 8B, but I wanted to show you kind of the growth of what's going on here with my tomato plant. My tomato plant did hardly any producing the whole year because it was so hot here in El Paso. And now, as you can see, I've got tons and tons of tomatoes that are starting to grow, and we're really doing well. So hopefully we're gonna have a very mild winter, so these may last a little bit. I'm watching the temperatures quite a bit closely because what we're trying to avoid is a freeze, and then of course that's going to kill everything. We haven't had a freeze yet. It's December 8th, and you're probably sitting at home in your cozy, nice little den, maybe having a little cup of cocoa or something else, and sitting by the fire, and it's in the 60s, maybe 65, 68 today here in El Paso, and our lows are in the 40s or high 30s. So our first freeze is supposed to be 32 degrees in about 3 or 4 days. So we're watching that closely. But I did want to show you again some of the harvest. Everything is taken off this fall. So, you know, if you're thinking about taking out your plants a little early because it's, you know, the fall and it's getting colder, things are still producing. And actually, most of my plants have produced more in the last maybe month and a half, 2 months, than they did all summer long. So that's a great thing to think about when you are doing your gardening. So of course I have my fall plants in. I have Brussels sprouts, I have cabbage, I also have some broccoli and cauliflower. I put onions, shallots, and garlic, of course, in. So if you're interested in any of those videos, I'll put a link below on how I did that. Also harvesting of those in the summer, spring time. So keep an eye on the harvest that, let me show you what we harvested today, okay? So this is my harvest. I'll show you a little closer, but this is all my poblano peppers, my hatch green chilies. I also have bell peppers in here. And again, the size is not that large right now, but I'm pulling them out because, again, I'm a little concerned about them freezing. And, you know, in the next week, it's not going to grow very much more. This is a poblano. This is a beautiful poblano. And again, the size of some of these bell peppers a little smaller than you would like. But again, I'm happy with the harvest that we've done today. And I want you to be encouraged to start your spring planning already. I mean, it's December and it's crazy, but you want to start planning your garden for the spring now, because some of the plants that you're going to be planting in the spring, if you're going to do them by seed, which I really encourage you to try that, and it's a lot of fun, but if you do them by seed, some of them, especially like your peppers and those type of plants, will take 6 to 8 weeks before the first or the last frost before you can plant them. So, you know, in some zones, you're looking at maybe starting around January, at the very latest February. So you can get those into the ground soon. So you might start thinking about that. What are you going to get for Christmas? Plant stuff. So there's nothing more satisfying than starting your own plants by seed. And if you are interested in any of those videos, again, I have plenty of those videos. I'll put a couple links below on starting your garden from seed. If you are looking to start a garden from scratch, again, now's the time to start planting those things. You can also do an amendment to your soil now that will kind of go over through the winter time, and all those nutrients will start to break down for you for the spring when it's ready to plant. So take a look. This is the harvest that I have of my peppers, my jalapenos. I have some sashito all kinds of different things in here. And again, I'll be having the tomatoes. They're probably not going to be red. So if you have the tomatoes that are green, those are something that you could really do very easily. Two things: you can have fried green tomatoes. You can have those green tomatoes and harvest them before the freeze, of course. But you can also take those tomatoes, put them in a cool area. What I've done in the past, what I'll probably do again this year, since I have so many tomatoes already that will probably not redden up before the first frost, I'm going to take those and put them either in a paper bag, or you can also put them in a box and layer them with some paper on top, and you can keep those cool, and over the next 2 to 3 months, those green tomatoes will actually turn red for you. So that's I'll put a video of that together as when I'm ready to harvest those, so you'll see that and how that works too. So here's one more gardening tip that you can use. Winter doesn't mean that your growing season is over. Take a look at this tomato plant that I have here. It's December and it's about ready to have our first frost, which is going to kill this plant. But what we're going to do today is we're going to extend the life of this good producing tomato plant, and I'm going to get a jump start in the spring by taking this tomato plant. We're going to just take it here, we're going to snip here, cut it, and then we're going to cut just a little bit here and also here. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this plant, put it in some water. It's going to grow roots. You can see here all of these little white little hairs there are where the roots are going to start, and you're going to get some roots coming from this tomato plant. As long as you keep it in the sun for, you know, like you can put it in a south facing window, keep it warm during the winter. And once it has all of these roots in here, you can put it in some soil, and then you can plant that early in the spring, and you'll have tomatoes way earlier than most of your friends. So thanks for watching today, and if you are interested in subscribing, I'll have more content, especially in the spring, on how you can start your garden. We're going to be doing a lot of exciting things this year coming up. And hit that like button if you found some value in this video, and I appreciate you watching. Follow me for more gardening tips all year round. Until next time, happy gardening.